Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast, the Line Podcast. Today's I want to talk to about men. There is a certain edge as a man. Once you hit that edge, there is no return. What do I mean by that? What do I mean is there's certain edge as a man. If you haven't changed your life in certain ways, you you most likely will never change. There is people, young men or young women usually, but right now I'm talking about men. But there's a certain age around 27 to 30. If you haven't changed your life in certain ways, you more likely will not change at all. If you looked at it, any man who is on the edge of let's say 30, around 30-ish and up, most likely if they are on, let's say, drugs or something like that, it's more likely they will still be on drugs at age 40. It's more likely they will still be on drugs at age 45. And 50 is another age where usually you already change or you already die. It's a certain part of it. So, or you have control over some certain part of your life in certain ways. But that age of 35 to 30 to 35 to 40 and stuff like that, that's the age where a man who doesn't change his life in certain ways usually get affected in his late life, where he's having a certain heart problems or certain ways. So the reason I bring this topic up is because I want to talk to the men around who listen to me, to this YouTube channel or to the podcast. There's certain things you need to do in your life in order to change, like regular exercising, regular movement and stuff like that, to where you at least if it's certain ways of changing your health or changing even your personality. Exercise could do that too. There's certain people that you could exercise and start feeling happy. You start feeling happy, and the way you eat and the way you move and stuff like that, you start feeling happy or better than you were feeling. And trying to drag, the feeling of empty, it's always the problem with the way you are living right now. Most people feel they're missing something at the moment where they feel like, okay, I should not be feeling like I'm missing something. Trying to at least change a little bit of your life, like if you weren't doing exercise, trying to do exercise. If you were doing too much exercise, try to decrease exercise. The little part of your life where you change it and you see big transformation. As men, we usually never touch that subject where we trying to say, oh, you know what, I'm all right. If they don't love me, then that's fine. But in order for love to find you or anything like that, you have to really start thinking about how do you adjust. How do you adjust? Well, this things hasn't been working out for me. How do I adjust in order to get to the next step? And this doesn't apply only on relationship wise. It applies even on money, even on finance, on your own personal finance. This also applies. I mean, if you are a man and you think, oh well, as of today I am broke. As of today, I don't have anything going on for me. Well, what have you been doing? What have you been doing to where right now, at this moment, your life is not really changing? At this moment, your life is not really going in certain ways. You've been in the same role from the age of 18 till now. So what have you been doing that is actually affecting, your path? So if you know exactly what you've been doing, so look at it and say, well, which part of my life that isn't helping me at all? and then try to take that part piece by piece. It's not easy to try to take it right quick, trying to do it quick ways and say, you know what, I'm gonna stop doing this for a week. And once you do that for a week, and then usually you will hit that a week, or you do a month, and then you go back to the certain ways, to that back to it. But what I'm saying is, a change doesn't come as easy as people usually put it to it. Say, oh, I've been doing this, and then after a few months, and then I change my life. No. It takes a few, even a year or so, even longer too. So some people even take longer than that. So usually you would have to take little step, just trying to change little piece by piece. If you were doing the thing that is affecting your life that much at 12 o'clock, let's say at 12 o'clock, what you need to do is at 12 o'clock, try to do something else. Try to change a little bit of let's say you weren't doing exercise at 12 o'clock, right? Try to do exercise at 12 o'clock at that time. It's gonna suck. It's going to be one of the hardest things you ever done, because it affects the way you even think. Once you change that a little bit, it affects the way you think. If you were eating at that time and you want to lose weight or something, try not to eat at that time. Try to eat at a later time or earlier time, to where that time it gets there, you don't feel like hungry, and you do something else. And that part itself will also help you in your life. As of today, I want to touch to the man who wants to change their life, who wants to really try to see the way they could change their life for the better, for the future, and not just for them, or even for the family. Sometimes once you change your life and people around you see the way you have changed it, even your friends start admire your change, start seeing the change you have in your life. And that part itself will really help you and grow, and in certain ways your life might change for the better. And be careful also, there's a negativity change, to where you change your life in quick ways and where you are actually going in the wrong path. Try to listen to your inner self and try to see, look, is this the right way of doing things? If it's not, try to do a little bit of research. It's not wrong to listen to other people a little bit, and try to see what fits in for you, what's really going to help you in your life. And once you figure that part out, try to do small step by step. If you pray to God, you don't expect God to answer right away, right? Sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes it takes longer for him to answer, or for him to answer. Then once he answers, he's always bring it to you. So listen, I want to thank you for listening to the podcast. As always, remember to hit that like, subscribe if you are on YouTube, and if you are podcast, remember to listen to our podcast, and we have the link on YouTube. Please check it out, and thank you very much, and you have a good one.